YouTube. So I've got two related topics today. First off, I've had these swords for about 6 months now, and I thought it was worth doing a follow-up to talk about how well they've held up and how good they are in practice and that kind of thing. And just straightforward, overall, really happy with these. So as for safety, these are heavy swords. It's £3 2 ounces, and the balance point is a bit further out than I'd like it to be. I think it's about 4 inches if I remember correctly. So when you are hit with these, yes, you can get some bruises. If you've got padding, it's absolutely fine, and even without padding, you know, it's nothing I can't handle. It's certainly less than I used to get doing judo from time to time, so I really don't find that anything to worry about. What is particularly dangerous with blunt swords, the thing you actually have to watch out for is thrusts, and for thrusts these are actually really quite safe. Obviously you want some head and neck protection, but they do have a really nice amount of flex in them, particularly good for that. So for thrusting they are really nice and safe. So let's have a look at the edge. You can see there are some little tiny nicks in it, which is exactly what you'd expect after you've been using a sword that heavily. But again, nothing to worry about. I could easily smooth that out if I had a chance. So yeah, you can see I haven't taken particularly great care of these. Unfortunately, I didn't have any sheaths for them, so I have to handle them from the blade from time to time, unfortunately, and I haven't taken great care of them, but the patina there isn't too bad, and again it's something which can be easily quite rectified. As for the handle construction, for about 3 or 4 months I had no issues whatsoever. It felt absolutely solid as a rock. After that it started to get a bit wobbly, but it is a screw pommel, so you can tighten that up. It's a bit hard to do it by hand. It's nice to get a bar in between that hole there and tighten it that way. And I've had to do that every other week, but from doing that it is absolutely fine, so no issues whatsoever. And for their price, I think these are absolutely excellent. But you do have to wait a long time for armour class to actually get them to you. They do have a long waiting list. As for the sharp, I say sharp, you know, it's factory sharpened to some degree, and I haven't got round to actually sharpening it properly. So that's something I will do in the future. I still decided to do a cutting test with it anyway. Unfortunately I screwed it up a little bit, but here's the footage from that.
It's time to stop!
So yeah, again, I can't believe I screwed that up so badly, but it still cut 3/4 of the way through the water bottle, even though I hit the tin behind it and the water bottle flew off. But unlike the blunt, this is a bit lighter. It's 3 ounces lighter, which doesn't sound like much, but the balance point is also a fair bit close to the blade, and that makes it feel so much lighter in the hand. It's unbelievable. This is one of the nicest feeling swords I've ever held. So yeah, for a sharp sword I think this is much better than what the blunts can replicate. So really happy with this sword. Once I've got it sharpened, I'll do some proper cutting testing with it as well. Okay, so onto a related note. As I said, with the blunt sparring sword, it is really quite heavy after a while. So yeah, when I've been training with it, by the end of the lesson my forearms are just absolutely killing, and it doesn't seem to be getting any easier at this point. So I've decided I'd create a little device for some forearm training, because that's the only bit which is really struggling. The rest of my body more than strong enough to use it. You know, I go to the gym regularly, but I don't do any sort of wrist curls or any sort of sport specific training, you know, for my forearms, and I thought it'd be good to just create a device for it. So here we go, dead simple, dead cheap, but that's what I want. I didn't really want to spend, you know, £100 on one of these training maces or Indian clubs, which aren't particularly adjustable, so I thought I'd make my own little thing. So all I've done is just simply taped some planks together. So I taped the inner two to the first one, and then I taped the outer two to the inner three, just to make it more secure. This weighs about £3, and as you can see, I've also put markings down the length of it, so you can train. So if you're not particularly strong, you can start training with it here, and as you get stronger you can start doing it further and further down, so you can just progress and get stronger. Once it starts getting to the stage where you can handle it for a few minutes with ease, that's when I think you should be moving on and making the task more difficult for yourself. And of course, once you get to the end of it and you can still handle it really easily, which, I mean, I'm not handling it as nicely as I'd like to be at this point, but once I do get to that stage, then I'll start simply adding more weight to the thing and maybe starting the progress further up again and carrying on until I get to the end, add more, etc., until my forearms are a hell of a lot stronger. So yeah, that's my little review and a nice cheap way of training your forearms for HEMA. Thanks for watching, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.